One of my favorite things to do in whenever I get time is to look at travel videos of friends who travel all around the world, especially friends who travel within Nepal. And we have some people in the Mela as well. What kind of content do you watch when you get time, Asmi? When you get time,
on social media in general. Any actually, I love. I mean, see, for me, it's work, right? So even though when I'm just scrolling back in my head, I'm constantly thinking, okay, what can I do? What is the new thing that I can try for my feed? So that is how I get my ideas. So any content that I see, mostly funny.
You learn from creators. That's what you're trying to say.
I mean, every new content I see in the back of my head, I'm always thinking, what is the creator trying to convey, or how is it being shot, or how is she able to get these many views? So for me, it's always work when I'm scrolling, and that is something that I noticed, because for some people it may not be, so they may think it's just mindless scrolling. For me, I'm scrolling, and at the same time I'm collecting ideas,
learning at the same time as well. Tell us a little bit about Asmi Shrestha Interiors, and how has social media helped your company?
Oh my God, it's helped me a lot, because in Asmi Shrestha Interiors, my personal brand, Asmi Shrestha, is already there. So it's kind of a cross-marketing thing that I do. And that is how I feel like I've generated,
This is your Instagram handle, right?
It's slowly growing. So I do a lot of collab posts so that I can boost this page, and also let my followers know that I'm an active interior designer.
Yeah.
So it's been very fruitful for me. I never thought I could do this, but now that I'm able to do this, I want to establish myself more as an interior influencer as well in coming days. So that is what I'm working on.
That's really nice. Hey, Asmi,
this is the recent store that I delivered
Casa,
for Casa.
Right? Ashmi, I'm doing a new set. I'm gonna ask your help. Yeah, we'll do that. Mike, something for the new house whenever you move in.
Yeah, I could use some assistance.
Just always remember me. So this is the handover that I did for my client.
This is the latest one?
Barsha. Yes.
Yeah,
it's a recent handover.
Where is this, Ashmi?
This is in Panipokuri.
Okay. I've been to their other store in Patan.
I also did that. So this is their second store that I'm doing. Hopefully more in coming days, because they want to expand. So I'm mostly specializing on retail interior design.
So let me understand the economy behind this, all right? And so somebody watching this, I just mentioned that I might take help from you. We'll work out something together. Maybe down the road, Mike, or anything else we're doing within the American Embassy. Maybe we could plan that out. Yeah, she'll do the pitch. But this is a good way to showcase your work.
Yeah.
Right.
So for me, like my personal brand, it felt like, okay, it's reached to that. I feel like me as Asmi Shrestha, it's in that maturity phase. You know what I mean?
Okay.
In a product cycle. But with this, we have just started. So I feel like this can also eventually contribute in my personal branding. So I'm trying to take it side by side. Let's see where this goes.
That's very, very, very interesting, when we look back at it. And when you talk with creators, Mike, right? I just want to touch base on this. What do they think of not just the Mela, but in general? When you sit down with creators for the past, this is probably the 4th edition of the Creators Mela that we're doing,
the 4th
right?
iteration.
Right. So again, you've spoken with so many creators. Some have their own business, like Asmi has her own business. When you sit with them, what's the thought process? Like, what do they say to you as well?
I think at this stage, I think they're really looking for practical guidance from mentors.
Yeah.
So, and also if you're trying to get a brand deal, for example, what do these companies actually think of your work and your page, for example? So, again, with the Mela, we have one of the panels is Pitch for Success, where we will have members from the business community, including Cabinet Shrestha from Agni Group, for example, hearing people pitching their pages and them as a brand, essentially, and just getting honest feedback. And I think that's really what we need right now, right? It's great to have that encouragement and that positivity, but we need practical guidance and advice to really scale up our pages and our businesses. So I think people are hungry for actionable, practical advice at this point.
Exactly what Asmi mentioned as well. She's building up her page as well. Even though she has a humongous personal profile, but she's trying to build her page as well as she goes along.
Right. It's funny because I think a lot of us operate on our gut and our instinct, which is great. It's like kind of the energy that we feel too, but also we need to get the insights from experts too and get their energy and their insights and how to make it even better.
True that. And I want to give a big shout out to Cabinet Dai, and he's a very good friend of the show, and Mahendra and Agni being a part of. I believe they're the sponsors for the Mela this year.
Right. They're one of the sponsors for the Mela, along with a bunch of other amazing companies, including Mahindra with Agni Group, and also Encel, Visa as well, and a bunch of other companies were lining up, and really just helping expand our reach. The embassy, I think it can create a great platform, but it's really just, I think as we see the evolution for the Mela, it's becoming more of like a vehicle for the private sector to join on to and help reach their audiences as well.
I think I had a list of it: Mahindra, Visa, Encel, Siddhartha Bank, Monoram Group, and Nepal Distilleries.
Right.
Monoram is also there.
Right.
Nothing is possible without supporters. Nothing. Not the show, not the Mela, not anything we do. We need supporters and friends to come together and support us in something greater.
And I think, frankly, just from my perspective, coming from the embassy, as we work with finite resources, but also working with groups who want to reach those same audiences, just how can we create synergies between companies to reach the same audiences and help communities? Because I think really the focus for the embassy right now is just creating opportunities right here home in Nepal for Nepali people. And I'm sure plenty of businesses in the private sector have that same goal too. So just how can we pool our resources together and connect that? Yeah.
I think the pool of creators that are involved are also very diverse, and which is why I'm I'm seeing so many new creators that I didn't know of, but I want to know of. And they're doing so good. Like if I look it up, then they would already be doing their, they would be excelling at their field already, but we don't know of. So Hamilai Pani, there's a lot of things that we're getting to know from this Mela.
No doubt on that. I have a list of, I have names of all the creators that the team gave it to me. And look at this, the whole list of creators, right?
Very diverse.
Being honest, Mike, there are some creators that I looked up, some creators I didn't know either. Being very honest, because I also have to learn, right? Get to know new young creators. And then there are a few creators that I marked down, and I'm going to invite them to the show.
Okay.
To the podcast, because I love their content, and thanks to the Mela for making this possible. Now, tell me something, since we talked about this, who is the Mela for? Like who can come for the Mela? Like anybody can come to the Mela, or how does it work?
The Mela is for everybody. It's completely free and open to the public. And all we do is just ask people to come to the embassy website, our social media pages, click on the link and register for it. It's that simple.
How can they do that if somebody is watching? Because the Mela is scheduled for 17th of Jan in Chitwan, which is coming Saturday. Then next Saturday is Nepalgunj. And then after that, it's Kathmandu.
Yep. So just follow us on Facebook, on our U.S. Embassy Nepal Facebook page, and click on the event for the Creators Mela to register. Or you can follow us on Instagram too, and just click on the link in the bio to register for the Mela.
Show it to everybody, Mr. X, if you could show it to everybody how they can. Oh, there you go. You can just go to the Insta page of the embassy and then press on, there you go. Click on that. And you can just go ahead and sign up, right?
Yep, that's right.
There you go. That's the first one. And then you can just sign up. You have to sign up for every single, go to the page, boys. Then you can just go ahead and sign up here. And you can just pick Chitwan, Nepalgunj, or Kathmandu, or come to all three.
It's individual by city. So if you do want to register for multiple cities, just use your other email account to register for that. Yeah. And just to note, for Kathmandu, we have a side room for workshops, and so people should register in advance for those more intimate workshops, getting tutorials from creators. Cool. For example, like Shushma Karki, huge across social media. She'll be leading a makeup tutorial, for example, at one of our workshops.
No, that's fantastic. fantastic. Ashmi, last time when we spoke, right? Just look up when was the last time Ashmi came to the show. You had not started interviewing people at that time.
No. Oh my God. I was in a totally different phase. But I was transitioning, as far as I remember, because Laijao Malai was a big turning point for me ever since I did that.